Hey everyone. So I haven't done this in, I don't know, 3 years now. And I just thought, why not try my hand at it again? These are going to be my NFL picks for week one of the 2023/2024 season. Um, Hope you enjoy it. Just to go quickly from the game that was actually ended today, I know this is hard to say, and I'm going to go through every single pick this week, but I had the Lions plus 4.5 once I saw Kelsey was out. I did not think the Lions would win the game. I had the Chiefs straight up, but I had the Lions plus 4.5, and I also had the under 52 because if you think about it, Patrick Mahomes, as amazing as he is, had no one to throw to. So if you have no one to throw to, then you're not going to win the game. Uh, Next up, you got the Falcons versus the Panthers. Falcons are minus 3.5. They're very well known for being the dark horse in that division. I don't believe in the Panthers in that revolving door of a QB room. Falcons have a very young, good team. I think that they are better than the Panthers, and I think they're going to win the game and cover the spread at 3.5. Bengals versus Browns. I don't really understand why the Bengals are only a 2-point favorite, even though they're in Cleveland. I've seen nothing from Deshaun Watson that proves to me that he's going to be what he was previously, and even if he is, he's not better than Burrow. Um, the Bengals specifically are just a better team. The one big concern is their offensive line and keeping Burrow upright. But other than that, they have better skill positions and they have better players, in my opinion. And I understand the Browns are home. I understand if the Browns play to their highest potential, they might be as good as the Bengals. Like, maybe, but there's too many question marks. It's the first game of the season. Deshaun Watson again. Who knows if he's going to be even a shadow, of himself, pretty much. Like it's the Bengals are the better team. They're minus two. I think that's actually a very easy and good bet. That would be one of the ones for people that do bet. I would take the Bengals minus two all day, every day. Jaguars, another great bet. Jaguars minus five against the Colts. Anthony Richardson is a great prospect, young quarterback, only played, I think, 14 games in college. Jaguars, you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion. Yes, he's only had one season. Yes, he had a terrible first half in the playoffs, but he has poise. He came back in that playoff game against the Chargers. Yes, the Chargers did pull the Chargers and screw it up. Don't get me wrong. They definitely helped him out. But the Jaguars are just a better young team. Do I think in the week one the Colts could win? Yeah, because anything can happen in week one. It's there were a lot of mistakes that happened in this game tonight, and it's very possible. But I would still pick the Jaguars minus five, and I think that's a pretty simple bet. Vikings are minus 5.5 against the Bucs. I would absolutely take the Vikings here as well. I don't really know why they aren't better favorites. The Buccaneers have Baker Mayfield. I don't believe in Baker Mayfield. Not saying that and when I say I don't believe in him, I mean, I think he's decent. I don't think he's amazing. I think he has a lot of skills, but I don't think he has been put in a position to succeed, and I don't think the Bucs are putting him in a position to succeed either, in my opinion. So the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, who has been very consistent every single year, a great quarterback in my opinion, top 10 right now. And even though he can't get it done in the playoffs, in the regular season, he's very, very good. And obviously, Justin Jefferson is probably the best wide receiver in the league right now. Saints versus Titans. I believe in Derek Carr. I think the Saints are actually going to win this game and they're going to cover the 3 points. I don't. Ryan Tannehill is just getting worse as the years go on. Yes, they do have more skill, position players this year. Yes, Derrick Henry's not going to have 17 people on the line because they have better skill positions on the Titans now. But still, I think the Saints are in a really good spot to win this game. And I think with Derek Carr as the new quarterback, he's going to come out. He's going to be successful. He's going to have, I think for the first time or the second time he will in his career, he'll have a top 19 defense, which is crazy. And he won't have so much pressure on him to make plays. And I think he will, in my opinion, he'll be a top 10 quarterback this year. That is my prediction on Derek Carr. San Francisco minus 2.5 against the Steelers. I went back and forth on this. I don't think this is an easy bet by any stretch. Brock Purdy, yes, he was amazing, but he's not the perfect quarterback by any stretch of the imagination. The Steelers have a lot of question marks, but they have a lot of really good young players. They have a great coach in Mike Tomlin. I do pick San Francisco minus 2.5. I think it's going to be a really close game. I would stay away from this as a better, but as I'm picking every game, I would definitely pick San Francisco. They just have a better team overall. Brock Purdy just has to show up and be decent. Kind of just do his best Jimmy G impression, to be honest with you, and they'll win this game, but that's not always the easiest thing. I next game is the Cardinals versus Commanders. I have the Cardinals plus 7. I think it's 7 points is too much. I think it's going to be a really bad game to watch, and I think the Commanders with I think the quarterback Sam Howell, I believe. I don't trust either team. I think Kyler Murray can make plays. I do think the Commanders win the game, but I think the Cardinals cover. Ravens minus 9.5 to Texans. Texans are going for the USC quarterback. They're a bad team. They're trying to beat out the Cardinals for that spot. The Ravens have Lamar Jackson back. I think they're going to score a ton of points. I think it's going to be like 33-10, and the Ravens are going to blow them out. Packers versus Bears. I would stay away from this. I went back and forth. I'm taking the Packers plus 1 because I think their team overall is just better. I do trust Justin Fields to take a step forward before Jordan Love shows that he's a good or great quarterback. Again, it's Jordan Love's first game. I think there's going to be jitters there. I think people are going to overreact to how poor he plays this game because of the jitters, but I do believe that Justin Fields with his legs will win this game. But the Packers, again, if I could bet on a push, I would. So since I can't bet on a push, and I think it's going to be a very close game, I take Packers plus 1, but I take the Bears to win, which means that the Bears are winning by 1. And like that's a scary thing to think, but what I would say is I could see the Packers winning as well. So I do believe the Bears win in a very close game, but I would take the Packers plus 1. Broncos minus 3.5 against the Raiders. I don't believe in the Raiders at all. I think that yes, they have they still have Devontae Adams. I don't believe in Russell Wilson either, to be honest with you. I'm so not watching this game. It's not even on my radar. But I can see Sean Payton, getting the team invigorated and going, playing the Raiders and winning this game. I think that we can see that definitely happen. And overall, I think that this is a possibility of a bad entertaining game is what I would say. Eagles versus the Patriots. I got the Eagles minus 4. Mac Jones is not a good quarterback. Yeah, you finally have an offensive coordinator, which is great, calling the plays. Yes, Bill Belichick is still one of the greatest coaches of all time. But the Eagles just went to the Super Bowl, and yeah, I understand that Patrick Mahomes just lost today, but they had Travis Kelce injured and I think Cam Jordan injured, and the Eagles have not very little injuries to no injuries, from what I remember, and maybe I'm wrong on that, but even so, the Eagles are a better team no matter what, and Jalen Hurts is a problem for the Patriots defense. It's really that simple. Dolphins plus 3 of the Chargers. I think the Chargers win the game, but I think the Dolphins are going to make it a shootout. And this is going to be a high-scoring game. I don't know what the over-under is, but if it's anywhere in the 54 range, 55 range, I would take the over. I think the Chargers are really good. I think Justin Herbert's going to take another step forward. I think he's a very good quarterback. I think the Dolphins, I am worried about Tua. One bad shot, and I think he's done for his career, which would suck. But I think they have 2 of the fastest wide receivers in the league. I think they are very dynamic. I think they're a very dangerous team for anyone to play, which is why I think it's going to be a very close shootout of a game, but I think the Chargers will win in a very close game, and that's a game I would watch. Seahawks versus Rams. With Cooper Kupp out, I'm taking the Seahawks minus 5. If Cooper Kupp was not out, I would probably take the Rams plus 5, but Cooper Kupp, from what we saw, is out, and I think the Seahawks with Geno Smith, I think Geno Smith's going to take a step back from last year, but I still think they are a better team. I think they have a really good coach. Well, both teams are very good coaches, but I can see the Seahawks just winning this game, by a touchdown. So I would take the minus 5. I'm taking the Giants plus 3.5. I do think the Cowboys are going to win the game, but it's going to be a very close one. I think it's going to be not a lot of points scored. I think, to be honest with you, both quarterbacks I don't believe in. I think when I say I don't believe in them, yes, Dak Prescott is a top 10 QB, but I don't believe in him in the playoffs. He's a great regular season guy. And Daniel Jones, I just don't believe as a quarterback. I don't care how many steps he went forward this last year. He's going to have to really step it up, and I don't think he can, in my opinion. I think he's just a decent guy, a decent quarterback like Baker Mayfield level. And I think that the Cowboys, with their defense, will be able to get a good stop at the end of the game and win. Then you got, my bias, the Jets Monday night, plus 2.5 against the Bills. This is a really hard game to call because we don't know what the Jets are going to be like in their first game. Now, the reason why I'm going to pick the Jets to win, which is very hard to do, is the Jets defense played really well last season against Josh Allen, and the Bills really didn't change much year over year versus last year, pretty much. So I hesitantly am taking the Jets because the Jets have a quarterback now. They should be able to score more points. And if the defense plays the same that they did last year, which is going to be a hard thing to do, but if they do, then they should beat the Bills, especially at home. But it is week 1. So I would stay away from betting on this, but that's what I would do. So those are my picks for this week. Started off 1-0 based on tonight's game, which is great. I am going to try to do a weekly this weekly. I might miss a week here or there. I'm curious to see how many people watch. I'm sure not very much, but we'll see what happens. And obviously, leave, like, comment, all that fun stuff. And I will definitely respond. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a fun week 1 of the NFL season. Should be an interesting one, guys. Thanks so much.